They already have 4 anchor babies. This was the 5th for a scheduled C-section. And the president, who was the emperor god when he was running, promised to end this anchor baby scam. So I want the homicidal maniac, the anchor baby producing wife, and all 5 anchor babies out. I'm not sure if that counts. I kind of slipped in 7 with that one. So I got one more. Oh, Luis Gutierrez, who says his first loyalty is to the immigrant community, because he's not a member of Congress or anything. The entire movement had been taken over by con men. Oh, and by the way, the scam I pulled with CPAC was really so brilliant. I just need to take 30 seconds to tell you about that. They weren't letting me speak, even though, and I think I told Joyce this, I'm sorry to even say this, except it's relevant to the story. Every year they poll the 10,000 CPAC attendees, and every year I've been voted for a decade now the most popular speaker, even when Rush is speaking, even when Sean Hannity is speaking. They're wonderful people, but I'm an excellent CPAC speaker. And so, wow, that's weird. They're not inviting me to speak this year. And they keep saying the invitation's in the mail, the invitation is in the mail, and then finally, oh, we have an idea. Why don't you have a debate? Why? So Mickey Kaus and I were debating, and no matter what question we were asked, it's a wonderful video, you should look it up. No matter what the question was, we turned it back to immigration. So despite CPAC's best efforts, last year, as I think Wild Bill was mentioning, or somebody was mentioning, nobody was allowed to be anti-amnesty. They had immigration panels last year. No one was allowed to be anti-amnesty, but I just give a speech. They don't ask what I'm going to say, so my speech last year was anti-amnesty, thus the trouble this year. We weren't on the schedule, Mickey and I this year weren't on the schedule, weren't on the agenda. Nobody knew I was even going to be at CPAC, and we still packed the ballroom. And conservatives, when they hear someone talk about it, Americans are very good on immigration. We care about our fellow Americans. This is the point to make. I care about African Americans. I care about Hispanic Americans. I care about low-wage workers and blue-collar workers, and they're the ones being screwed so that Mark Zuckerberg and Marco Rubio can have cheap labor. Say to people, if you're not sure what your position on immigration is, ask yourself, do I have a cook, a nanny, a chauffeur, a pool boy, a gardener, any generalized need for massive amounts of cheap labor? Because if you don't, immigration is a net loss for you.